Alright, so we had import ArcMap and MXD, our map project document path name is right here. A map document ArcPy, we have a mapping, map document MXD, and for DF in Arc mapping list data frame, and we put map document and we print data frame, and then we have DF name. See no end, and then contains the following layers: layer list in layer list, layer in layer list, print and layer name, and delete document. And we're going to save it and click run, and then we can see that it's crazy. So let me run it again. So we do have data frame facilities contains the following layers, that it prints the name of each data frame followed by the layers in each data frame. So that data frame facilities contains the following layers. We have addresses, facilities, sidewalks, base, and data frame street. And trees contains the following layers: sidewalks and trees and buildings, base. Data frame parks contains the following layers, and we have a parks and base. So that's very neat. And now next we're going to modify the properties of a specific layer in the map document. And in ArcMap we're going to make sure that nope, I'm back in here. So Austin, Texas is still open, and we're going to activate the parks data frame, and we're going to notice that the labels of the parks layers are turned off. We're going to turn are turned off, and then we're going to turn it on. So I think something wrong is here. So it said activate the parks data frame. Notice how the labels of the parks layers are turned off, and turned off the parks layer. Alright, parks layer is parks layer, alright, is turned off, and then turn off this, and we're going to save it, and we're going to go to this, and we're going to close it. And then we're going to do layers property, and then we're gonna do turn off visible, and then the label. Alright, labels, we don't have labels, and the parks layer is I turn it off. Everything is off. We didn't see any park thingy in our ArcMap. So now I do have a new one, and I'm going to file and save as. We're going to call it layer properties. And from our layer property, we're going to do is import ArcPy and then MXD. So I'm being lazy. I'm just going to Control C, copy this, but it's in this one, equals, and put the quotation mark. That's the path. Map doc, and we have ArcPy mapping, and then dot map document, and MXD. There, go back there, and then we have a layer list equals ArcPy mapping dot list and layers there, and we have a map doc there for layer in layer list. We do have a if layer dot name equals, and then parks, and then we will print. Alright, layer name, layer visible, visible equals true. And layer show labels equals true. And map doc save delete map doc and delete layer list. Alright, and then going to save and run and click OK. Perfect. And we run the script and then return exit code 0, and we're going to go back there. So now we're going to observe and see that we will have the label and our map layer. Oh, see, it's turned on. And then going back to layout view, and parks is here. And the parks, the label is on. And let me just activate and go back to data view. There. So the park, I'm not familiar with the Austin, so that you can see a lot of parks is turned on and the label for the park turned on. Alright. So that's in Austin. Old San Antonio. Alright. It's right here. Alright. Perfect. And then we're going to close ArcMap. No, I don't have to save anything. And we're going back to Python. So, working with page layout elements. So the map scripting also makes it possible to work with page layout elements. So I'm going to say it again. The map scripting also makes it possible to work with page layout element. So in the next example, we're going to create a list of the elements of a page layout and modify one of the elements. So if you remember that previously we had a Georgia and the vacancy, it's a typo there. So the typo here, we're going to fix it. But now we're going to go back to Python Wing, and now I'm going to open a new script, and I will save it as an element list. Alright, element list. So that I will import ArcPy and mxd equals, I'm going to put the path name, but it's not Austin anymore. It will be Georgia.mxd, and map doc. I will have arcpy.mapping.map document and mxd there, and then I will have an element list and equals arcpy.mapping and .list and layout elements, and map doc for element in element list. We will print element name and plus this, and then plus element type, and delete map doc. Alright, I'm going to save it and run it. Click OK. Alright, so perfect. Alright. So now this prints the name and type of each page layout elements as follows. So we do have title, text element, stepped scale, line, measure round element, and north arrow, measured element, legend, measurement, and vacancy, data frame element. Now next we're going to fix one of the elements. So we're going to start ArcMap, which is right here, and we see that the vacancy is misspelled, the typo here, and then we're going to close this, and we will come back here and file and save as. So I will say this will be element properties. Element properties. All right, element properties. And we're going to put import ArcPy, MXD equals this, Georgia, map document ArcPy mapping, map document MXD, element list, ArcPy, and mapping list layout elements, and map doc. And we do have title equals element list, and we will put 0, and title dot text equals, all right, now we're going to type housing vacancy for Georgia counties and 2000. And then we do not need this, and I will say map doc dot save, and then delete this. There. So we import ArcPy, and we put the MXD, put the path name map document, that ArcPy mapping map document. So element list ArcPy mapping list layout element map document, and we have the title element list 0. So title text, we will do the whole thing. So I miss M. Counties, housing vacancy for Georgia, not Georgia, and counties 2000, map document, and we will save, delete map document, and we're going to, all right, and perfect, and now erase, and I'm going to open it again. All right, so we're going to open Georgia and see if the title has been corrected. All right, and then we're gonna do is question 1 in the following. Vacancy, perfect. All right, so continue. We will be back in here. So open a new one, click OK, and file, go to save as, and we will be question 1. So in ArcGIS desktop help, we're going to search the add layer function of the ArcPy mapping module and use it to write a script that adds the park layer from the park's data frame in Austin, Texas MXD into the other 2 data frames in the same map document. So we're going to find it in parks layer, and then it will be Austin, Texas. So add layer ArcGIS. All right, instead of JavaScript, add layer help. Perfect, it's right here. So add layer, we put data frame, add layer, and add position. So we have to figure it out what put first. So the data frame, a reference to a data frame object within a map document. And then we will have add layer, a reference to a layer object representing the layer to be added. This reference can point to a layer file on disk or a layer within a map document. So now we're going to do is and see if the position, maybe we don't have to think about the position, but we're going back to Python Wing and see how we're gonna add it there. Of course, we're going to import ArcPy first. All right, import ArcPy, and from ArcPy, import environment. And environment workspace, we will equal to exercise 10, and then our MXD equals to ArcPy mapping.map document, and then we will have to put the path name here. Alright, max D. And D